Hey everybody, Dr. Kevin again here, and welcome to day 5 of our beginners spine rehabilitation program, where over the course of 30 days, I hope to show you how to create a comprehensive spine rehabilitation program from complete scratch, specifically designed for people who are beginners, just looking for some type of entry point into doing some type of stretching or exercise, but just don't know where to start. And again, my goal is to provide you with what I believe are the safest, simplest, and most effective ways to help you increase your mobility, increase your strength, just increase the overall confidence and health within your spine so that you can ultimately live a better quality of life. So in today 5, I just want to start off with just a quick recap of the first 4 days and then just to lay out what I want to get accomplished in day 5. So the first 4 days, we definitely went over quite a bit of material, ranging from just breathing corrective strategies and techniques, all the way to working on stretching and opening up a very difficult segment of the spine known as the thoracic spine. And again, the mid-back area is just, I feel, one of the most common problems that I feel like I'm working with patients almost every single day here at the clinic. But when we're able to actually make improvements upon that area with our patients, a lot of their pain starts to go away, a lot of function starts to return to their spine, and they just start feeling better overall. So I definitely wanted to spend quite a bit of time going over that material because I just think it's so important. And for day 5, we're not going to really go over anything new. Instead, we're just going to recap, kind of what we've gone over thus far, and for me to do a little less talking, a little less explaining, and just to give you more video instructions on just what to do, to just kind of wrap up what we've gone over for the first couple of days. So day 5 and day 6 are actually going to be just more recap exercises, and these are going to be more in the form of just kind of plug and play videos that you can just do. If you want to go over in more depth and detail some more specifics about some of the exercises, I highly recommend you just kind of revisit day 1 to day 4. But if you're just looking for, again, like a plug and play 12 to 15-minute video just to kind of follow along with, to make sure that you're hitting kind of all the marks and just kind of checking all the boxes, then this is what day 5 and day 6 should be about. And then day 7, we're going to start to get into some new material, start to cover some new ground, focusing more on just hip mobility and how releasing hip tightness can take some pressure off of your back even further. So let's get right into day 5. Again, just more of a recap exercise video. Just plug and play, follow along, enjoy. So let's get right into it. So just start by laying on your back with your knees bent and put one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach. And we want to make sure that you are breathing in through your nose and breathing out through your mouth. And I want to focus my concentration on making sure that the hand on my stomach is elevating towards the ceiling, because that means that I am fully maximizing the use of my diaphragm. And I also want to make sure that I'm limiting the amount of movement that occurs on the hand on my chest, because that would indicate that I'm relying upon more of my secondary accessory muscles. Okay, so let's just practice 10 breaths like so. In and out. 1, big inhale in. When you exhale, try to push all of the air out. Try to make sure as you breathe in, you're taking as deep breath as you can in, trying to elevate your hand as high as you can up towards the ceiling. And as you breathe out, try to push all of the air out, just so that we can start to maximize and just see where our limits are in terms of our respiration muscles. And once you get used to being able to take deeper breaths in, that'll be another way for you to just deliver a much healthier, a more efficient flow of oxygen to your entire body, which will help it feel much better, especially if it's struggling with chronic aches and pains. So let's practice a couple more. Breathe in and breathe out. In. Out. So let's get into the last breathing exercise for today, which is going to be sitting and also working on breathing. What a lot of my patients find is that it's a lot easier for them to start to train and start to just improve their breathing mechanics laying on their back, but it's much harder to do so once you're sitting up or standing up working against gravity. So once you start to master the ability to keep your chest still and really get a deep breath through your diaphragm, then you also want to practice that sitting as well. So it's going to practice a couple of repetitions in the seating position so that you can just follow along as well. So I'll face this way for the sake of demonstration. I want to sit with as good of an upright posture as I can. If you're having a lot of lower back pain, or if you're kind of feeling stiff through here, then you can easily do this sitting in a chair as well. So one hand on my chest, one hand on my stomach, and we'll take just 5 deep breaths in and breathe out. In and out. In, out. Another real cool thing you can do, especially when you're practicing this, is on your exhale, just also imagine trying to drop your shoulders down away from your ears. This especially works really well for people that are struggling with a lot of just neck and shoulder tightness in the top here. And you can integrate some of these corrective strategies just within your breathing exercise. So deep breath in, exhale, and I'm dropping my shoulders as I exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. I'm just trying to relax and just drop my shoulders as I breathe out. Twice more. Last one. Okay, so that's it for the breathing part. Let's get right into a couple of the spine stretches and exercises for the next part of day 5. So we'll do a couple of just cat-cows to start. So we'll just round up into the cat position, like so. Take a nice deep breath in through my nose. Exhale, and just push into a deeper stretch. 2 more times. Exhale. Go into a deeper stretch. 1 more breath. All right, let's drop down to the cats. Again, just be careful not to overextend from your lower back. We want to make sure that we're creating movement uniformly throughout our entire spine. And I would suggest that a lot of people just kind of initiate and start their movement from the middle part of your backs through here. So just work on just dropping your chest, dropping your ribs. Once you get a little tight, a little stuck, we take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and just sink and relax into a deeper stretch. You can wiggle around a little bit from side to side, just to kind of test and just kind of feel what's going on in your spine. Deep breath in, exhale, drop my chest, wiggle around. 1 more time. Exhale. At the end, I'm going to stick up my chest. I don't want to hinge my neck up too high, just kind of leave my neck just kind of relaxed through here, but also trying to stick out my chest. 1 more breath through here. Okay, let's round back up into the cats. go as high as you can. And again, make sure that you're trying to work on moving your entire spine. Don't just focus on lifting through the middle part of your back. It's usually going to be really easy for you to lift through here. Also, make sure that you're focusing on the lower back and your hips. So just make sure that you're tucking your tail under, pushing your lower back towards the ceiling as well, and just letting your mid back just kind of follow suit. Then drop back down. So we'll just go in and out of those exercises just a couple more times, just so that you can follow along. Okay. Dropping down my chest, wiggle around a little bit. Deep breath in, exhale, relax into the stretch. If you start to notice your shoulder muscle up here is starting to hike or shrug up, just gently just kind of push it down away from your ear, and you'll start to train yourself how to actually consciously release a lot of tightness and tension you might feel on top of your shoulder just by practicing these exercises. Right? These are things that you'll pick up on over time, and that's why I like these exercises as a means of just kind of exploring to see what happens with your body when you actually start to move it. And then once you start to become more aware of some of these patterns, you can just kind of correct them once you identify them. Okay? Drop my chest. Let's push my shoulders down away from my ear just to release some of the tightness on the muscles from the top of my shoulder. Wiggle around from side to side just to kind of feel and explore a little more movements. And we'll just drop one more time. Shoulders down away from my ear, dropping my chest while opening up my shoulders here, and just kind of keeping my neck just kind of relaxed to the point where I can still move it pretty freely. All right, just testing the limits, just feeling my spine move. And again, it shouldn't be painful. It shouldn't hurt. It should just feel like a good, just kind of movement throughout your spine. One more time. Good. Let's round up one more time into the cats. So I'm going to start initiating the movement from my lower back this time and rounding it up into a rounded flex position and just letting my mid back follow suit. Feeling a lot of just engagement, a lot of just activation of my abdominal muscles here, which is really good. That's really good that I feel that because that's what we want to target. Nice little stretching across my lower back, not painful, just kind of feels good. Exhale, and just trying to test and see what my limits are. One more time. And let's drop back down to the cow one more time. Wiggle, wiggle. Shoulders down, away from my ear. Dropping down my ribs while opening up my chest and holding this position for a couple seconds. Deep breath in. Exhale. Okay. So that's how you can start to integrate some more cat-cow types of drills, just kind of going back and forth. And again, don't just go through the motions. Just take your time with each stretch. Use your breathing just to kind of test where your limits are and just start to explore. What is my spine capable of? Where do I feel stiff? Where do I feel tight? What feels good to do? Where does it feel like you still need a little bit of work? And just something that you can just build upon over the next couple of weeks and over the next couple of months. So that's it for the cat-cow, and we'll finish with a couple of child's pose and lat stretches. So I'm going to start on my hands and my knees, and it's going to just simply rock my hips down towards my heels. And a lot of people might start to get a little stiff, might start to get a little stuck along here. So once you get stiff, once you get stuck, just kind of hold in that position. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and just kind of push off your hands and just try to drive your hips a little bit closer towards your heels, like so. Again, in. Exhale. Just drive a little further back. Get a nice little stretch across your back. You get a little opening of the back of the hip socket. Good if you sit for a long period of time throughout the course of the day. It shouldn't be painful. Should just feel like a nice, simple, easy stretch through here. All right, let's come back up to the beginning. We'll practice that a couple more times. So it's going to sit my hips down towards my heels. Start to get a little stiff, start to get a little stuck. I'll stay right there. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale. I'm just going to push off my hands and sit deeper towards my heels. So, get a nice stretch across your lower back here. Shouldn't be too intense, shouldn't be painful. Just kind of relaxing into the stretch here. You can wiggle around a little bit just to kind of play around with a little more different angles and different motions here. All right, let's do one more time. Exhale. Okay, let's come back up to the beginning. And this time I'll put my, my toes underneath here, and then I'll sit back again. This allows me just to sink into a slightly deeper stretch. And then if I want to sink even more into a stretch, I'll just kind of crawl my hands forward here. Breathe in. And just relax my head and my neck like so. And come back up. All right, very basic stretch borrowed from yoga. Again, just one of the exercises that's just very accessible. People that are even struggling with a lot of pain, a lot of tightness, can easily do this stretch as long as they're able to safely get in and out of this position. Again, just comes at really low risk, really low cost, and just can just do a lot, especially if you're feeling really tight and really stiff across your lower back. So let's just review that a couple more times. So toes under, I'll sit and rock back, crawl my hands forward, relax my head and my neck, take a nice deep breath in, exhale. Just going to sit and relax into the stretch here. And come back up. We're in no rush here, all right? Don't work so fast to get in and out of the stretch. Just give your body a little time, a little chance to make some adaptations. We want to use our breathing just to kind of just secure our nervous system so that's not all tense, so it's not all stressed, especially if we're starting to discover new movements or start to discover just different ranges that our bodies aren't used to, okay? So let's get right into stretching out the lats. And again, this is what's one of my personal favorite stretches that I can do, that I try to do at any opportunity that I get. So I'll start on my hands and my knees, and I'll start with my toes tucked under. We'll reach my left hand about 8 inches over to the right, and reach my right hand over to meet my left. And it's going to then shift my weight back to the center. So I should feel a nice stretch along my side muscle through here. Breath in. Exhale. Let's come back to the beginning and let's work on the other side. So right hand over towards the side, left hand over to meet. And I'm just going to relax my head, relax my neck, and just sit and shift weight back towards the center. Deep breath in. Okay, for me, I still seem to be a little tighter on my left. That's an imbalance, so I definitely want to spend a little more time just kind of stretching out that left side. Okay, let's just review the lat stretch just a couple more times. And if this is a stretch you'd like to do, you can definitely do it more than twice. You can spend as much time as you want doing it, especially if it feels good, if you can feel the benefits from it. And again, just very easy to do, very low risk of injury, not a lot of stress on your spine, but just a lot of benefit that you could potentially extract from this exercise. So left hand over, right hand matches my left. It's going to anchor my hands towards the ground and just shift weight back into the middle. Breathe in, exhale. Okay. And one more time over to the right. So we'll be stretching out the left side here. Right hand down, left hand meets. Anchor my hands down, and then just shifting weight back towards the center. And just using our breathing to power us through the stretch. Once you get stuck, once you get tight, just hang up there, no rush. Just try to take a nice deep breath in, exhale, and just relax into a deeper stretch. Very simple, very easy, very basic. Okay, so that's it for day 5. Reviewed some breathing exercises, showed you a couple of ways that you can advance and progress some of those breathing exercises. And then we just reviewed some of the cat-cow exercises. Again, just to give you a little more variation and just some important recaps. And then just going back to some of our relaxation, cat-cow, and lat stretches, which again, I think that you can pretty much do at any point in your recovery, so long as you can safely get in and out of the position and it's not actively hurting while you're doing so. So that's it for day 5, and I hope to see you for day 6. Just to give you just a little plans for day 6. We're going to be going over a lot of thoracic and upper back rotation and extension again. So it's going to be a little more strenuous than today. But again, I think that upper back mobility is just one of the most important things that we need to cover in this program. So we're going to be going over it quite a bit. So again, hope you enjoyed day 5 and hope to see you again in day 6. So take care and have a wonderful day.